Hey everybody, and welcome back to Rise of the Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Kara.
We're super excited to be here with you today because it's the 21st of May and we have the brand new Oculus Quest. This thing is so cool. It is a direct upgrade to the Oculus Go, and I think it's on par or gonna even beat the Oculus Rift. This thing is so cool. It's wireless, tether-free. There's no connection between you and a computer. I'm excited to see how it performs.
Along with all that, it has a bunch of exclusive games, and I think the biggest one that we're most excited about is Vader Immortal. You get to play as a smuggler that goes through Vader's castle, but there'll be more on that. And then the other one that really caught my eye is VR Kart. It looks like Mario Kart, but I'll have to play it to let you know how it goes. Anyway, who cares about all that stuff? Let's get to it. Can I do this? Is that a legal move?
Yeah, you go for it. All right. So when I first heard about this, it was a really tough decision between the Oculus Quest and then the Oculus Rift S. So the S is like the newer version of the Rift. And knowing that, it's like, oh, we have a Vive already, and the Vive has some cool features, but it's such a like difficult thing to want to play it sometimes because it's like, you've got to get your computer hooked up and going, and then you've got to fire up Steam, and then if there's a driver firmware update, you have to go through that. This is really just seems so cool because it's all self-contained. Ooh, look at that.
Fancy box.
That's really cool.
And then...
Oh, I bet you it lifts straight up. So when we got to Vive, we had to install sensors. I had to find the studs, drill the sensors into the studs. This is all self-contained in one unit, no sensors. It uses 4 cameras on the front of the VR to determine where it is in the room. And the tracking, people have been able to play Beat Saber on Expert Plus with this already. So it's going to be really cool to see that. Look at this.
Yeah, so there's the 4 little cameras.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
It should have USB-C on the side, and it does right there. And then it's got an audio output if you want to listen with headphones.
And then I know they have an interpupillary adjuster, and I'm guessing that's what this is. So I know with like the HTC Vive, I tend to have issues with
the distance.
Yeah. So being able to adjust this is going to be great.
Now,
super excited. Volume's right here.
Being a Vive player, I'm used to the Vive controller, so I'm really excited to check out an Oculus Quest controller here. Ooh, oh, that is cool.
So something that's actually really cool with these.
That is cool. Wow.
I was reading that these will actually track your finger movements. The ring will actually track your finger movements. Oh, that's cool. Inside the circle. Yeah, so like if you make a fist, this will recognize that you made a fist. It will recognize that you're pointing a finger or extending your hand. So I think that's a really cool feature. You know, so actually in game, you're going to be able to make actual hand movements. I know with the HTC Vive, you know, clicking the trigger closes your hand, right?
Right. Yep.
And that's it. With this, you can actually, like, you know, you can point, you can make a fist, all sorts of fun things. Wow. So that's kind of cool. The joysticks seem nice too, because I heard like flying games are good having a joystick versus having Vive be. If you're good at flying games. The other kind of cool thing about the Oculus Quest, so it has a better display resolution-wise than the Vive and the Rift. It just has a slightly slower refresh rate, and that's got to be due to the processor inside the Oculus Quest. It runs basically off of a Snapdragon, which is the same processor you'd find in like an Android phone. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to actually try this thing out. Do you know what this is? Is that an extender for glasses? It's an extender for glasses. Oh. So if you have glasses, this is going to actually... well, somebody here happens to have glasses, so that might be useful. This is... Oh my goodness. Chris, it comes with a USB-C. That is so funny. I spent all day calling people up to see if they had any long USB-Cs in case we wanted to try to tether the footage and pull some footage off the Vive, and we have one. So it comes with a USB-C, so that's pretty cool.
So far, this is a really impressive box.
Yeah, I like how compact it is. I mean, we'll probably just use this for taking it places.
Yeah, as storage.
You know.
This is the 64 gig version. There's over 50 titles at launch, and of those 50 titles, they're all able to fit on a 64 gig. The 120 gig is like 128 would be nicer to have because you can expand for future content.
But you're tagging $100 onto that.
Onto the price. So this retails at $399, which seems pretty affordable. The fact that if it really works as advertised, that seems awesome.
Right.
So let's hook this thing up to the internet. Let's get the updates. Let's get Vader Immortal, a couple other VR games. Let's try this baby out. I'm excited. Are you ready, Kara?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
While that's loading, do you want to explain what you did to set this up?
Okay, so you have to go into settings, and then you have to set your boundaries. I'm in a small area right now, but should work. You just go into set boundaries. You put the controller down on the floor to show how low the floor is, and then you just click the trigger and you drag along what your boundary is. Okay, this is sick. Okay, so you know how I said that these rings sense your finger movements? It's sensing my thumbs moving.
Inside the ring?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Cool beans. Okay, so now it's the standard a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Okay, here we go.
Oh, better move it, Captain. The Huns want their spice back. We gotta jump the hyperspace or we're dead. The hyperdrive.
I really hope this is what I'm supposed to do.
All right, hyperdrive.
I did it.
Grab. Make the jump to life.
Did Kara just successfully repair a hyperdrive?
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Okay. Wait,
push that handle on your right, Captain.
I did. There we go. Okay. This is amazing.
Nice one, Captain.
Oh my gosh. We're in hyperspace right now, so like it's the tunnel of hyperspace. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're in the outer rim. TIE fighters. Oh my man. Oh, okay, there's a Star Destroyer above me. These gloves are sick. Okay, so like interrogation droids are like this big. I expect them, smaller.
You are not the first candidate to fall under his scrutiny. And you will likely not be the last.
There he is!
Who?
Vader.
You're actually watching Vader right now?
I'm actually watching the Dark Lord himself. Oh my gosh. Okay.
How does your throat feel?
A little tight.
Oh, is he starting to choke you?
Probably. Oh, he's a tall boy.
You may wonder why I have brought you here.
Oh my goodness, is that actually James Earl Jones?
You are required
I'm fairly
to perform
certain.
one simple task.
I'm fairly certain he, give it to me, come on.
Open this configuration, and I will spare your life.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
So can you walk, or do you have to
override
jump?
the security.
What the? What?
Perfect.
Do you have a
Oh, yeah.
unlimited utility belt?
And pull that out of there and put that out.
We need more descriptive words of what's happening.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I released the Alien and Zoe 3. We were walking through the halls.
Almost done.
And
Turn
now,
that dial at the back to override the door controls. I think we may
And now
make it.
I am escaping with them. I just hacked.
Hey! How did you...
Oh, okay, good.
Kara,
What?
are you climbing a ladder?
I am climbing.
Well, I guess the only way...
A mouse droid! Come on. Oh, you're so cute! No!
Yeah.
He ran away!
I don't think you wanted to be your friend.
But I wanted to be his friend. And there's a
Bring
lightsaber.
it down and get after those shutters.
Is this the moment? Is this the moment?
I got a lightsaber. Oh, dangerous. Okay, yeah, so we just opened up the gates to outside Mustafar. So yeah, I guess.
All right, well, we'll get this shut down and get you back into the regular spots and go over what we learned from the first 20 minutes of gameplay.
All right. So, Kara, you just got done with the first about 25 minutes of Vader Immortal. What was that like?
It's so good. I loved it so much.
What was your favorite part?
The coolest part was actually getting a lightsaber. It was green. It was Luke's lightsaber.
Luke's Return of the Jedi lightsaber?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that's whose it was. I could be completely on my rocker, but I'm pretty sure that's whose it was. And then you fight like a huge cylinder droid. Super cool. It was awesome when Vader walks in. He is huge. Like,
he's pretty tall.
Yeah, he's like probably, the actor was 6'6".
So I think Chewie had the choice to choose between Vader or Chewbacca. So he must be pretty close to Chewbacca, and Chewbacca was 7'4".
Super tall.
If I recall correctly, his canon height is somewhere above 7 feet.
7 feet.
Okay,
so could you imagine?
I mean, standing in there, it was like, oh my gosh. Like, you see him in the movie, but actually seeing him in VR, like, the legit height that he is, it's like, whoo!
Well,
awesome.
you've got Antilles on the board, the Tanta V4, and he lifts him up off the ground.
Yeah.
You know, and you can see how high he was.
That is a good frame of reference. He's easily a foot off the ground.
Absolutely.
Being held up.
And being held up. And he was about even with Vader, so.
And then it's kind of cool, because, you know, Leia's line, a little short for a stormtrooper, right? Clone Trooper's height is 1.83 meters, or it's 1.85. Either way, it's 6 feet tall, which is what I am. And it was kind of cool, because the stormtroopers were my height.
That's cool. So you were the same height as a stormtrooper.
It's legit.
So we should figure out Mark Hamill's height too, so we know why he was so short for a stormtrooper. Anyways, so you didn't get to try out the dojo tonight. Are you going to be excited to try out the lightsaber dojo?
Yes, I'm so excited.
And then last, compared to the Vive, what is it like? What is the Quest like?
I love not having all of the cords.
How was set up and
Not
everything
gonna
like
lie.
that? It was a little rough. Getting it updated and synced over Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you guys dealt with that mostly.
Yeah, that was a little frustrating, but besides that, once we had it running, it seemed to work pretty good.
Yeah, it worked really well. The menus were pretty easy to understand and get to. I don't know, everything, it ran so smooth. I really didn't notice a lag or a slower reaction refresh time compared to the Vive. And I know that was one thing they said, like, it does have a slower refresh rate, but I didn't notice anything.
Upon putting it on, it does have a higher resolution.
It does. I like on the Vive, I know, like, it's pretty pixely on the Vive. On this, you can see tiny itty bitty pixels, but it's not like the Vive.
So overall, like, you give this an awesome rating.
I give this 2 thumbs up.
Well, I have not yet tried this. I've only got to deal with a little bit of it during setup. I am super excited to go ahead and try it on. We will be doing that at a later shoot.
Yep.
So for now, this is the Oculus Quest. It's super awesome, fun. This is the whole unit, the controllers, portable. You put it on and you play. I think this is where VR needed to go.
Oh, yeah.
To become a viable option for gamers. I think this is going to be a pretty big seller.
Yeah.
So we'll see how HTC responds to a portable version of their VR. But
yeah. If you liked this video, give us a like, comment what games you think we should download, and go ahead and subscribe to our channel. May the Force be with you.